What's up? Welcome to another edition of 3 Point Stands presented by Mountain Dew. Meghan, Triplett, John, Rose are here to wrap up what a crazy weekend it was. And Roser, can you believe it? We've gotten here. I know week 0 of college football, which just happened. I did watch all 4 North Carolina Central, but here it is. College football is back. This is the first Monday where you have a lot to talk about and a lot of storylines. How do you feel?
It's weird. I am sure it hasn't hit me yet. College football has not hit me yet. Much like how the NFL preseason hadn't really hit me yet. I thought I was going to be jacked for the NFL preseason. I have not really been that jacked for it.
It was cool to see game day back on ESPN on Saturday. And, that kind of like helped tease a little bit for me. I was like, oh goodness, like the fact that we've gotten this far, the year has gone by super fast. And the fact that we are here to see another college football season, still kind of going through a pandemic. So it's crazy.
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is good, but I know it will hit. It will hit me this weekend because this is when college football really kicks off. It's going to be this weekend. This is when everybody's going to be playing. The Tigers start. You've got some big games. I know Alabama plays Miami, and there's a bunch of other games too. I know I'm missing some, but every team for real is kicking off starting this week. So I know once I sit down and I see all the big name teams really playing, it'll hit me. So yes, I am going to be jacked for college football. We're talking about the same teams with Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, and Oklahoma. Seemingly, those are the 5 best teams in the country. I'll make my prediction. Georgia wins the national championship.
Whoa, I wasn't even going to ask you that question. I was just saying.
Well, I went with it. I got to have a stance. I can't just sit here and be like, oh, yeah, college football's back. You got to give you something. Georgia's going to win the national championship.
Okay, I'm not gonna make my prediction just yet. I need to see some games. I need to see some things before I do all that. You're very bold. Can we talk about the NFL? I know you said that the preseason hasn't really felt real.
Oh yeah, the Raiders got a taste yesterday. The Raiders got a little taste. 49ers played their starters for like a quarter and a half. And absolutely demolished the Raiders. Absolutely just embarrassed them and humiliated them. Like this is what it is when you leave the Bay. Jimmy Garoppolo's running for touchdowns. Trey Lance is running for touchdowns.
Look, I didn't ask your stance on the 49ers.
I know. We're talking about the Patriots. You know I love Mac Jones. Mac Jones should be the starting quarterback.
Well, I didn't need to ask you, will he be starting quarterback in week 1? Bill Belichick said he's not ready to make that decision just yet.
I think he should be. I think he's better. Like I think Mac Jones is like what it was said about him at Alabama. Sarkisian was blown away with. The more I give this kid, he just consumes it and he goes out there and does it. Like, and it's not this. It's not a knock really on like someone like Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton for years said, I'm officiated different. I'm officiated different. Like the hits that guys get to put on me, they can't do those to other quarterbacks in the league or their flags. But because of me, how big, and I think some of that, I think it's all finally come back. All those hits over the years have come back on him, and he's just not. I mean, I'd love to see Cam Newton get back to that 2015 MVP form, but this is a guy that struggles to throw the ball 10 yards right now.
Look, I'm going to say this. I think week 1, Cam Newton will be the starting quarterback. I think he should be the starting quarterback. I think that's the best answer to be the starting quarterback. I think Mac Jones for Patriots, that is your future. But you need to like ease them into the process. The reason why I think that, and I think Bill Belichick, he's not announcing it, but he's kind of shown you that, hey, Mac has played with backups while Cam has been playing with the starters. And we saw that in their finale of their game against the Giants. Mac as a whole preseason, he's looked fairly good. 36 of 52, 389 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Cam hasn't played as much, but he went 14 of 21 for 162 yards for the preseason this season. I think for Cam, that's the guy you need to have out there. He's going to be that mentor. Give him a chance. Give him those reps. Give him the starters a chance. And then you have Mac in your pocket where you can throw him in there a little bit. But that is your future. I don't want a Trevor Lawrence situation because he's been named starter, and I don't think he should be starter just yet. Like, ease him into the process. Be happy that you have a good mentor like Cam Newton to kind of
Meghan, you bring up a great point because I do think this is something where we do need to take a step back from the preseason. And some of these rookie quarterbacks, they have wowed us in the preseason. Trevor Lawrence has had some amazing moments. Zach Wilson has had some amazing moments. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, even like they've all had Mac Jones. They've all 5 of those guys have had moments where you go, whoa, like Trey Lance his like first pass he threw was like an 80-yard touchdown pass, you know, and he just threw it like 45 yards. He threw it 49 yards in the air on a dime. Like Justin Fields, the pass he threw the other day for a touchdown, like, whoa. Mm-hmm. But here's this thing that we don't talk about. When most of these guys have done that, when Justin Fields specifically, Trey Lance specifically, even Mac Jones right there, and Zach Wilson against the Green Bay Packers, I have not paid attention to the Jaguars so much, but I can speak on the other four. When they have done a lot of their damage, they have been doing it against the other team's second and third string players. They have not been doing it against, like, we forget Justin Fields, that first performance he had. Mm-hmm. They opened up with he opened up with two or three straight 3-and-outs. And then Miami puts their backups in, and then he looks amazing. You know, like we do have to think about that. Like Trey Lance couldn't move the ball against the Chargers until the Chargers put in all their backups, and then Trey Lance could move the ball up and down the field and threw 2 touchdowns. Like playing against backups and starters in the NFL is way, way different.
It's way different. We'll see what happens with week 1 with the NFL season, and it kicks everything off really quickly. We're running out of time. Donda. Yay.
Donda.
Yay, the drama.
It's awesome. I love it.
I love the album, the drama that ensued afterwards. Like
you knew some stuff like that was going to happen. Soulja Boy and Chris Brown are just mad because Chris Brown's on the album, but not like, I don't know, did he have like a verse or something that was supposed to be on New Again that got left out? Yeah, you people got to stop getting in your feelings. Like Rick Ross told me, actually, I'm stunned. Rick Ross told me he had like 4 verses he did for The Life of Pablo. None of them got used. Like sometimes, man, you send your stuff in. If one thing you know about Kanye albums, when you have a feature, you better bring it, because like features on Kanye albums are awesome. They are all, I mean, go back and look at the history of his albums. Like the features are always amazing. He makes you bring your A game to him. So if you don't bring it, you're probably going to get left off. I
just want Kanye. The one thing the Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy sucks. So who cares?
Soulja Boy, Chris Brown. I don't know the baby debacle with Jail Part 2 coming out, and the Part 2s at the end, that like, all that stuff.
The baby slayed that verse. He did.
I'm just happy Jay-Z was back on. Those plays back on Jail. That's all.
They were always going to be. Jay-Z was always going to be.
We didn't know. There was some question. I will say, I wish Kanye would give Rihanna her credit for Lord, I Need You. That's it. Give the credit.
I'm with you on that. Mm-hmm. If you use other people's stuff and sampled it, mention it. Give them the credit. 100%. 100%. Here's the stance on the album. Come to Life is a top 5 Kanye West song of all time. That's a top 5 song. That song is absolutely perfection.
Good song.
Here's the other stance. I went to watch The Throne. I went to watch The Throne concert. Went to New Orleans, saw The Throne. The baby has a better verse than Jay-Z.
I like Jay-Z.
I love Jay-Z too. I have a buddy who said he was almost in tears just hearing Jay-Z and Kanye back on a song together. So
it's a moment. All right.
It is. The album is great. People that are hating on the album, you wanted to hate it from the beginning. There's no way. Devin, I know our boy Devin Walker wanted to hate the album.
Good.
He can't hate it. He even said, he's like, dude, it's good. It's really good.
I loved it. I love the religious journey of his process. I actually really, really did like it.
And you see, it starts dark, and then it's like he starts here with sin as a sinner, and then he gets saved.
He's telling you his life, and it might not be for everybody, but take it in and listen to it deeply for the lyrics that it is. That's all that we have for this edition of 3 Point Stance presented by Mountain Dew. We'll see you next week.